Hello everyone. In this video we are going to cover golang arrays. So arrays is a similar concept which we have in other programming languages. So it is a continuous blocks of memory where it can store a similar kind of data. Okay, so the definition is same of array here also as we have in other programming languages. So it is a collection of elements of a single type. That is the most important thing we have to consider here, because it is a statically typed language. So here we don't have any list kind of thing, but we can store any kind of only single type of data in an array. Okay, so we will see the declaration of array. It is absolutely simple. We have to define we have to tell the size of the array at the starting of time. Then we have to give the type of data we are storing. This is the variable name and this is where. Okay, this we have already familiar with. So in Golang we have a package called reflect. Inside that we have some functions so that we can find out any data type of any variable. So variable or value also you can pass, not an issue. So here they are trying to see what kind of array it is. So here in output you will get the array. Okay, then assign and access values. So we will see, like, this is how we declare a variable of array. Then here we are assigning the values, and here we are accessing. So as we already know, like array is similar as we have in other programming language. So we can access an array using indexing. So that's how it is. Then we can using this magic operator also we can create an array like this. And so the important thing is here, if we have created a array of size 5 and we have not given enough values, so rest of the values will become 0. Okay, the value will start assigning from 0 index. Like here we have created an index array size of 5, but we have given only 3 values, so rest of the 2 values become 0. Okay, then as you can see here, then we have seen this 3 dots in variadic functions, which when we use instead of inline length, the compiler can identify the length of an array based on the elements in the array declaration. So that means, like, at the time of this declaration it will automatically take the value 3, because here we have given 3 elements. Okay, so if you try to add more elements in the array, you will get array out of bound error. Okay, initializing values for specific elements. That means we can define the at the time of declaration, if we are declaring the values. So as we know, if we sequentially, if we give only 2 values, so it will assign those values from 0 index 0 1 for 0 and 1 it will assign the 10 and 30, and the rest of will become 0. But if you want to specifically put value in some index, then you can give like this also. So it will put the 10 value in one index and 3 value in 3 index, 30 value in 3 index. Okay, so like this you will get the array. Now we will see how to loop. In for loop we have already seen how to access any array. So this is a normal way we have seen this kind of things in other languages also, like C++, Java. On this we have seen, like, this is a like simple way we can iterate through an array using a for loop. Okay, next we have seen the range function also. This magic operator will return two values. If you don't want to use any one of them, you can use underscore also, like this. Then we can directly range also. In this way it will we have seen it will run the number of times we have element in the array. Okay, so here, since we have not assigned any value, it will run the number of time we have value in the array. So here if you see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 value, so this for loop will run 5 times. Okay, now let's see how to copy an array into another variable. Okay, so we have created a array of size 3, and now we want to copy this value to another array. We want to create a replica of this array. So we can do directly this. In this case, what will happen, we will get a new variable, new memory, and this new memory will have all those same data value. Okay, but we have another way. We can use this using that AND operator. This will give us the address of any variable. So this will become automatically a kind of pointer. That means these two variables are pointing to the same address of array. So if you change anything in str array 3, so it will change in str array 1 also. Okay, as here you can see, it has changed array of 0 to Canada. So now if you print array array 1, since in array 1 we have changed something, but before changing we have assigned the value to array 2 and array 3, but array 3 is containing the address of the array 1 and array 2 has just the values. So when we change anything in array 1, so in array 2 it will not change anything, but in array 3 it will change, because we have changed this is pointing to the address of this. That's the reason basically. So here if you see last three, we will see last three. If you see, array 1 has Canada and this also has Canada. That's the reason I told, like, because we have assigned address, that's why the address will also change. Now we have sometimes the requirement is like we need to check whether a value exists or not in any array. So at that time we can here is a great example. We can see through that we can check whether an element exists or not. So we have defined a function called item exist, and we are passing the array and the value we want to check. Okay, so in this function what is happening here, if you see, we have used the empty interfaces, and as I already told in my previous videos, this empty interface is like a void type. We can get any type of value. It is basically that's what it means. So here we got two variables which will get any kind of value, but only one, since there is no dot dot dot, so we will get only two values, and bool is the return type. So here what it has done, it will array type. So what it is doing, it is basically storing the type of value we have got from the parameter into an array, ARR variable, and here it is trying to check whether we have got an array, or the first parameter is array or not. That's what it is checking here. If it is not an array, then it will create a panic and stop execution. Okay, so after that if there is no panic, then we have confirmed like we have got a correct parameter. First one is the array of some element, and second one is the item of interface, empty interface, that means some value we have got. Then after that what we will do, we will hover the array, like we will traverse all the array. This is the simple for loop, which is like starting from the 0 index, and it will go up to the end of the index of array, and one by one it will check whether the item is same or not. If we got the item, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So that's what it is checking exactly. So there is no big thing. We can directly, like, it's a simple linear search, you can say. Linear searching we have done. If we have got the value, then it's fine, otherwise we have not find anything. Then there is one similar concept what we have in Python, like in list we have filtering. We can do filters now. So this colon is used to slice the array. So slicing basically means like we want only some fraction of the array. Okay, so if we have any array, we don't want all array. If we want only two, starting from 0 to 2, or only 2 to 3, or from last we got some. So we need only some fraction of the array. So in that case we apply the filters. So before this filter we give the start point. After this colon we give the before this colon we give the starting index. After this colon we give the end index. Okay, so if we have written like this, it will give us from 0, 1 and 2. 2 is not included, actually this is excluded, and the first index is included and the last one is not included. So if we have given like this, if we are not given anything, then it will start from 0, and if we have given something, then it will start from that number. So it means basically it will start from starting, that means start from 0, 1 and up to 2. Like we don't have to include 2, up to 2 we have to print. Okay, so here if you see, up to 2 we have only got 0 and 1. Then 1 2 3 means 0 1 2 and not included 3. If you have given only 2 and slash, that means like this. If you have given 2 colon empty, then it means starting from 2 and go up to end. Up to end we have to take everything. So from 2 it will take 0 1 2. From Japan it will take all the Germany and Italy. So that's what we have here in this video, array and how to do all the array operations. That's all for this video. Thanks all.